All right, so in this video, we're going to talk about feminism and racism. See, there's certain people I talk to, and they don't believe in racism. I don't believe in racism, but they believe in feminism, right? I want you to understand something. Both sides are social constructs, and aside from them being social constructs, they're very, very similar, and I'm going to explain why. So you know how you got feminism. Feminism is basically arguing for women equality to the man, all right? And I've always spoken about how the woman can never be equal to the man, right? You'll see these movements where women fight for equal rights to the man, but you never see men fighting for equal rights to a woman. But lately it's been where red pills have been fighting back basically against the feminine movement. You know, I don't know why I find this so weak, but understand this, all right? A lot of the times this still comes from victim mentality, the same way racism would come from victim mentality. You gotta understand, like, you're not the human body. And this is why the biggest trap here is these movements, and they are running rampant, and they're using Christianity as a tool for power, to acquire this power. So I'm noticing that Christianity is used as a tool to acquire this power. All right, when you look at religion has special perks to it, but everybody's got a religious mindset. When you look at feminism, I've already spoken about how the woman is the manifestation in physical form of feminine. Feminine is not a gender, it's an energy. We are all energetic beings. However, when you look at a woman would be the physical manifestation of what the feminine energy would be. That is also in men. And the reason I say this is because a man can channel feminine energy as well, because hormonally he has estrogen in his body, and that's tapping into that inner feminine in that man. Same way how women also have testosterone, and women can channel masculine energy. And that's why some women in this matrix that's set up a certain way in the interest of money, they can channel this masculine energy and become CEOs, they become bosses and whatnot. But this is just an imbalance, because if you really think about it, a woman who's trying to become overly masculine is just as much of an abomination as two gay men, because they can't reproduce. However, I'm not against the whole homosexuality being a thing. If they want to go out and be happy, go out and be happy, as long as it's not pushed on anybody, especially the younger generations like kids and whatnot. Other than that, I don't see a problem with it. It is what it is. It's like those things are a necessary thing that have to exist to have something to contrast against what a stable straight matrix is. Because the reason the matrix is to have you be fruitful and multiply, right? To produce more batteries for the matrix. So when you have a man, okay, and he's a red pillar, you'll notice that a lot of these red pill dudes, there's different tiers in that specific organization, right? Some of them just despise women. They don't like to be around women, period. Almost like if they were a pest to be around. So the men, there's some men, and you can analyze the women that they're married to. They're very masculine. The men that are married to, you know, their wives, they're very, very masculine. And they're the ones that really despise women. So when you look at this woman and she's got a lot of masculine energy, this is that guy literally just having homosexual tendencies, because he's very much against homosexuality in a sense where he would actually go out of his way to make content about how bad he is. And I'm not going to mention names, but just, you know, when you come across this, you'll see. And this is what it is. It's a trigger within himself. And when you see this, this is truly another abomination, because they're going to use the Christian movement to basically pull an agenda they have. And that's for everybody to be basically Christian. It's no different than somebody pushing a gay movement. When you try to push religion on somebody else, or say that it should be a Christian nationalism state, or basically just like the Christian runs the state, I mean, that's a huge problem. Or let's say religion running the country, you know, like fascism and whatnot. And you could read between the lines, because the same way I don't believe in racism, I don't believe in feminism. And I'm going to say how here in this video how they're both very, very similar. I've mentioned it in videos before, and I'm going to say it again. Black people, for example, are the physical manifestation of feminine energy. I don't care if it's a black man. It's the physical manifestation of feminine energy. Okay? Now, black people overall have movements where they want to be equal to the white man. You don't see movements where the white man wants to be equal to the black man. Okay? The same way you really don't see men trying to be equal to the woman, but they fight back against it. And all it does is just creates more of an illusion of separation. That's all it's doing. Now, you got something called affirmative actions in schools and whatnot. They want reparations for damages of, like, you know, trauma and history that they went through, slavery and all that fly stuff. It's just like women. Women, when they're imbalanced, toxic femininity, they want the house, the cars, the kids. They want to destroy the man, you know, and they say they don't need a man. And this is an imbalanced feminine state. Again, more homosexuality. So they'll favor basically the same sex. And when they do find an opposite sex, they want a man who's more submissive. They wouldn't be able to get along with a man who's super masculine or the head of a household. See, they're already so masculine and so in charge of their finances and reality, and they can't handle a man telling them what to do or being guided by another man. They've already got a corrupted mindset, you know? But in that sense, if that relationship works and the man's willing to be feminine, hell, we have something else to contrast it against, right? So I really personally am not a feminist before somebody wants to misrepresent me. See, here's the thing. I look at these things sort of like a vegan movement and a carnivore movement, right? I've already made videos how I can actually debate a vegan, which I already have, and it's on my channel. You could check it out. It was a pretty good debate. And I've also been able to debate carnivores, because I can actually go on each end and debate both sides. I can debate how the earth be round or flat, because I don't associate with none of the sides. I love to listen to both sides too, because both sides are so polarized that they give it their all. The universe has worked in their favor to give them all the knowledge and information to support their claims of the world being either flat or round, because the universe will cater to you. It will even have you see the world the way you want to see it. To some round earther, it would look more round, and to a flat earther, it will look very, very flat. Now, same way with these red pillars who demonize women and whatnot, they'll continue to find women to support how they feel about women. See, unless you do shadow work, or unless you do some type of soul searching within you, you'll notice that your world won't change unless you change the way you see the world. And unless you're aware that you see the world for how you are, you'll continue to live in victim mentality. That's just the way it's going to be. So when you got feminism, victim mentality, they're trying to get my attention. Is that I haven't paid attention to her at all. She's just like, what's up, baby? What's up? Where's your baby? What? What happened? Are you okay? This is what happened? Are you okay? What's up? Tell me. All right, but she wants to be part of the video. I want you guys to say hello to my little girl. Look at my little woman. She's a little girl. There's the one I found in South Carolina, in the forest. She's a baby. She's not even a year old yet. She's so cute. She's so cute. Her name's Blessing, because she's a blessing. That's what she is. She's a blessing. Sure, you could just lay and go to sleep. So when you look at racism, right? I don't believe in racism, because they actually need each other. The same way a man needs a woman and a woman needs a man. It's a chemistry. And one is white magic, one is black magic. I've made plenty of videos on this, and I'm going to link the video on black magic on the description of this video, so you guys can see what I'm talking about when it comes to woman, especially even your immediate partner. If she triggers you, she's your shadow. That's your shadow. That's the negative counterpart. But she's supposed to be whole. If you're whole, then you're whole, right? And whatever things trigger you about each other, you'll be able to work through them. You don't need to. And it's more or less like you don't even have to really work through them. You'll have an understanding on why they're even there to begin with, and you'll be able to flow right through things. But racism and feminism, they both don't exist. They're both of the lie, and they're both of the imbalanced mental states. See, the thing is that we try to anthropomorphize, humanity into, or even genderize these energies. And these energies are neutral. Now, the way that society tells you we have gender roles, that's a social construct. And it's only based on the way the matrix is designed. In fact, when you go against that, you're already exiting the matrix. You're not worried about how others say the world is supposed to be. You're deciding how you want your world to be. And it shouldn't come from ego. It should be from a genuine knowing yourself space. Who are you and what are you? If somebody happens to be born a certain way, there's no right and wrong. You embody that, right? And you make it conducive to your family, to your environment, to whatever it is. But you integrate whatever you're aware doesn't roll with nature. You integrate it. You make it work for you. There's a lot of power in even those imbalanced states, because then you'll be aware of your imbalances, and it's easier to contrast it against something that is already conducive to nature, right? So you embody that, but you don't demonize it. You hide it in the closet. It just gets worse. And the only reason it's in a closet is because you decided to give everybody else more power than you. Don't be scratching my shit back there. You heard? Don't be scratching my shit, all right? So you gave everybody else more of a power of authority, and saying that what their opinions matter more than what you think or opinionate about it. So you're giving them all the power, and these people are nothing but reflections of yourself. In fact, they exist only because you collapsed them into existence. Come here, baby. You get a little anxious here, so you can go outside. Go ahead. Enjoy the world. Enjoy the world. So yeah, that's all I got for this video. Like, share, subscribe. We'll talk soon.